What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the MCU. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a bunch of information, news, leaks, rumors going around about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, talking about Avengers Doomsday, the Fantastic Four, also Secret Wars. Also, apparently, some huge actors are returning to the MCU in actual roles. Very interesting. Some sound believable. Some sound frankly made up. I don't care. I say exactly what I think. I don't just report news. I sometimes give my live commentary. Yo, if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below which huge actor would you want to appear in the MCU and in which role. Be very interesting to find out what you guys want. Like I keep saying, the real Doctor Doom should be your boy Cillian Murphy, Mr. Oppenheimer, Mr. Tommy Shelby. Sorry, Robert Downey Jr. We need an Oscar Award winner to play Doom. Oh my God, that's going to trigger you guys. Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also, if you want to interact with me, that's probably the easiest way. Also, Twitter, WarstuG over there. Right, let's get into it. So, you've probably seen the report going around that the current Elseworld, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Robert Pattinson, Mr. Tennant, Mr. Lighthouse. Robert Pattinson's actually a very good actor if you actually watch movies. See, the thing is with most comic book fans is they don't watch real movies. Like Robert Pattinson, great actor, go watch Lighthouse, go watch Tennant, could slay any single role. So there's reports going around. It seems to stem from Danielle RPK, a bot account, a non-account. Why? Because they're faceless. That's why I say that. So Marvel Studios are reportedly eyeing Robert Pattinson to play a character. And some believe it could be the Molecule Man. Some believe the Wonder Man, played by Yaya, is going to be the Molecule Man. So that's interesting. So there's lots of reports going around. I don't know if it stems from him, but it appears to be on his Patreon. I get sent everything. I don't pay for anyone's Patreon. Come on now, lads. That's like paying for someone's OnlyFans. Are you going to do that as well? Okay, that's up to you if you do that, lads. So the rumors are Robert Pattinson had a meeting with Kevin Feige. But realistically, lads, that means nothing. That's like saying you went on a date with an attractive girl and you didn't end up dating each other. Having a meeting with someone means absolutely nothing. It's like the whole Henry Cavill scenario. Henry Cavill was playing everyone until he actually turned up in Deadpool and Wolverine, and he actually got a role, got a cameo role. So yeah, sure, Robert Pattinson, I'd like to see him in this. And sure, if he is going to play a pinnacle role, whoever this role is, in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, this not really mean he can't continue the Elseworld Batman storyline with the Batman 2 and the Batman 3, which they're taking forever to start shooting. I get it. Been 2 years and people are like, yeah, it takes longer than 2 years to make a script. Does it really? Does it really? So maybe if Robert Pattinson's getting pissed off waiting, I mean, I know technically he signed on for a trilogy, and that's the kind of reason why I think it's a bit bad that we haven't had the Batman 2 yet, because it was kind of marketed. It was almost sold to Warner Bros. As a trilogy. So they must have had a skeleton script for every movie. So it would be interesting to see Robert Pattinson play this role. It's not far-fetched. And yeah, sure, I believe that Robert Pattinson's Batman, once they're done with this Batman trilogy, he'd be done with the DC extended kind of Elseworld universe, because James Gunn wants a different Batman for the Batman Brave and Bold. Even though they literally had the perfect Batman, as your boy Ben Affleck, but yeah, recently, this is what happened. A recent claim that Marvel Studios is casting a secret role for Avengers Doomsday with a well-known Marvel actor set to have a more significant role in Avengers Secret Wars. Is there any chance these two stories could co-align? No one freaking knows. But seeing as Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, he's going to essentially be the main star of Avengers Doomsday and also Avengers Secret Wars. We need a pretty big actor. Now, people are throwing every single name under the sun under this secret character. Is it Henry Cavill? Is it Keanu Reeves? Because interesting enough, Henry Cavill's also being rumored to be playing the Beyonder. Henry Cavill could slay at any role. Why? Because he's such a loved actor. Also, he's being lined up to be the next James Bond. Or was in the running, so people can still say Henry Cavill can't act. Yet you ask him who was their favourite role in Deadpool and Wolverine, and everyone says Henry Cavill Wolverine. So yeah, hopefully we'll get Henry Cavill in a position in the MCU in a long-term role. I do not want it to be Captain Britain. So either way, it looks like the Beyonder, the Molecule Man, because Doom can't do everything by himself. We know Jonathan Majors has had his misdemeanor dismissed now as his former partner, girlfriend, has dropped the case. So if they want to bring Kang back, which they should do because that'll make more concurrent sense, they should do that. Robert Pattinson. Is Robert Pattinson going to be the Beyonder? Is he going to be the Monocle Man? Is he going to be the Watcher, even though technically it can't happen? I don't know, but I think it's an interesting story. I also think it's kind of made up, but, you know, I cover things anyway. So also in the news, oh God, lads, you lads are going to laugh at this one. The Fantastic Four movie has been received very well and people are really impressed with it. They've only just finished wrapping. I do find it funny when these scoopers put out information like this. The Fantastic Four movie is better than the previous two, according to Disney sources. Interesting. Well, seeing as the other Fantastic Four movies were not received well at all, unless we're talking about the Jessica Alba one, I do find it funny when stories like this come out. And then other names people throwing out there who potentially Henry Cavill, Robert Pattinson could play. The Silver Surfer, the mutant known as Cyclops. Whoever Henry Cavill plays or Robert Pattinson plays, they're going to bring these big actors in. They should bring him in for multiple roles, not just one-off roles, multiple roles. As cool as it was to see Mr. Henry Cavill, Mr. Geralt of Riviera, the former Witcher, he left because they've basically, gone nonsensical with the Witcher. Mr. Superman, bring him in, lads, bring him in. But only if it makes sense. So it's interesting. It's cute to talk about Robert Pattinson potentially joining the MCU. Is it true? Most likely made up, but I cover things anyway. So also in the news, some Fantastic Four information. Franklin Richards, who's OP as hell, really OP, will be 4 in the Fantastic Four movie. And then when it comes to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, he's going to be 13 years old, so it's going to be a different actor. And this has led some people to think there's going to be a massive time jump between the Fantastic Four movie and Avengers Secret Wars, potentially. We know the movie, at least the set period, is going to be the 60s. As we know, the Fantastic Four and apparently RDJ Doctor Doom was supposed to be from the MCU 616 Sacred Timeline, but they were kind of blown somewhere else. So just because it looks like that period is set in the 60s doesn't mean they're actually from there. So is there going to be a time jump between Fantastic Four and Secret Wars? Well, potentially, because we potentially got Spider-Man 4, Doctor Strange 3, Avengers Doomsday before we get to Secret Wars. But the fact that the report says he will return for Secret Wars as a 13-year-old, maybe that's just them hiring a different actor, realistically, someone older to do that part. And also, it says this, originally in Kang's Dynasty, Beyonder Kang was going to use the 10 Rings, Negabands, and Loki's power to destroy the multiverse of Secret Wars. He Who Remains would have used American Chapters along with a relic to rebirth the multiverse. So, Loki, Shang-Chi, Miss Chavez, still very important. So there's information going around. They're going to keep most of the skeleton plot, the loose details about Avengers Kang's Dynasty and just kind of pivot it towards Doctor Doom, which makes sense. So this was said a few days ago. Now someone else has said something. I imagine the stuff from Kang's Dynasty will carry over, such as a hero team out there coming together, focused on certain tasks for a fighting chance before everything flips. We'll probably see 4 to 5 teams and the form of the new Avengers. And a lot of other people said that. And a lot of people also said there's going to be like a villains team with Ultron, with Death, with like Warstu, with a bunch of villains, even Thanos. So this came out and it's basically going in a bit more depth of what the other said. So if they're going to keep some of the initial points with the teams, what does this mean? Expect the teams to be broken down into smaller hit squads to go after Doctor Doom or his Doom bots. Interesting. Just as the Avengers would have split up into 3 small teams to take out many trio members of the Council of Kang. So is it going to be the Avengers versus Doctor Doom bots? Who knows? He goes on to say they expect Captain America to still be leading the Earthbound team. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case, even if Captain America 4 flops with all the reshoots and the fact it's costing $800 million before marketing because of all these crazy reshoots. Spider-Man will be the leader of the street team. That's kind of obvious. Essentially the face of Marvel. Doctor Strange will be leading the 3rd team, which will be the cosmic side. Again, kind of obvious. So hypothetically, if this is true, and they're still using the base kind of storyline where the Avengers were going to go after the Kangs and the Council of the Kangs, and they're just flipping it where the Avengers different teams are going to go after the Doom and the Doom bots or the Doom's lackeys, then realistically, can they bring Kang back to kill him off properly? I mean, that would make total sense. And if the reports are true that there was supposed to be a mid-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine with the Council of Kangs, It's so easy to slip him back in. But then again, use Doom to destroy him if that's what they're going to have to do. But it is interesting because both movies are going to have huge ass budgets. Crazy budgets. If half the... Well, you already know they're going to have huge budgets. Why? Because RDJ's getting paid a bag. The Russo bros are getting paid a bag. And if you are getting these top tier actors like, you know, Henry Cavill, we know how much money he made for not appearing in The Flash and The Black Adam. Crazy money for the amount of time he was in it. And if you're going to get the likes of Robert Pattinson or Keanu Reeves or these higher echelon actors, it would make sense that it's going to cost a hell of a lot of money. So likewise, guys, let us know what is going on. What do you think about this information? Is your boy Robert Pattinson really appearing in the MCU? Who knows? It's just interesting. So that does seem like the skeleton plot, essentially for Avengers 5 and a 6, and I somewhat could believe it. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.